Alright, so this is a little video on how to accurately measure a circuit board. Obviously, some of them are easier to measure than others. Some of them are fairly square and not that hard, like a 2K2 Timmy board. Then you got one like this from a diultralight frame, DM6 or a PM, which, we have a couple features we need to hit. We want to hit where the microswitch is. This cutout matters for the spring return. The LED, there's an LED up there, there's an LED down here maybe. Our ports are kind of important because that's how long the wires are. Our button placement and our screw hole locations, plus the overall size of everything. This is stuff that matters. So I have a little system I developed in order to do this, and basically this is like chalk in a can. So we're gonna let it dry. And I have this piece, which is a 3D printed bracket. I spray painted it black, so I didn't have black 3D printing material at the time. And basically what we do is we're going to just put a little hot glue. We'll hot glue on a couple pieces of it. Take our board. We'll stick it to the frame. We let this get white, and then we head over to the 3D scanner. Alright guys, so I'm using a Shining 3D Einscan SE. I have my camera recording the scanner itself, and this is the software I'm bringing you through. This is set in the basement next to my powerful computer that I do my processing on. It doesn't like external light because it's a light-based scanning system. So it's kind of hidden and tucked away in a little corner. I got a little black shielding around the background of it. Just try to give it the best chance it can have. I don't really care about the texture. Let's do this thing. And basically, we're going to try to set up the exposure on it as high as we can without it all turning red like that. Like that. I don't know why they do that. You got to cancel that to do that. But anyway, you set the amount of rotations you're gonna do. You can go up to 36 of them. You go down to 8 of them. I'm gonna do 24. That was kind of a sweet spot for me. Basically, just let the magic happen now. The reason we make this thing white is because the scanner picks up that dust white better than other colors. So that's why I have that little black background, just to try to eliminate any background noise in the image. And that's why I painted the little bracket black, because it really can't see it too well. It hasn't come out yet. You're going to see it sometimes come out, but most of it goes away, so I don't have to cut it out later. we got really good definition of, this bottom bolt hole, this top bolt hole. Got a lot of the shape of the board already with just 2 shots. So 24 is probably a little overkill, but no kill like overkill with this stuff. So and we didn't spray the back of the board because I'm not trying to get I'm trying to get a 2D outline. I'm not trying to get a perfect circuit board, else I would have sprayed the back of the board. Probably done this in 36 scans, maybe multiple points to try to catch all the shadows, but it's not really necessary in what we're doing with this because we're just trying to get an accurate outline of this board. So I'm just going to speed this up and let it run. I'm not exactly sure what it did there. That was a little strange. It only does all 24, but it was just unhappy. I got pretty much everything I like here. I got this move here. I got this cut out pretty defined. This hole, this hole, this. These buttons look fairly defined. I don't really bother even cutting out this back stuff because I'm just not using it like that. Sure, optimized. So I can mesh the model now. I don't really care to make it watertight because I'm just looking for that outline. And there we go. So we got that hole, got a little less defined with that. That hole's still good. You can kind of see where the board's going up here. You got that cut, this. It's a pretty decent scan. We can figure out what to do with it from here. Annoyingly, they call it third-party software. This is their software to make this thing look okay, going into something else. But I just keep saving it. That's all we gotta do because we don't have this. We can't do it. They would like me to buy this stuff separately, which is very annoying. So this is what we get in Inventor. I don't know if it's this shitty in everything, but I think they actively make it crappier. So we're gonna pick a plane to try to find a reference line on. That's not a good one. That's nowhere. Can't find a reference there. What about you? I like to draw a line on one of the straighter aspects of the board. So do I accurately get the plane? I don't think so, but yeah, let's try that. You guys just try to figure out how it's laying. 100, 105. I'm touching here. I'll try to get the plane feeling kind of invisible. And that looks pretty okay. So let's take this one. All right. And now we're going to draw some shape and feature. Some micro switches always come out pretty nice. Like currently it's kind of a guess. That's okay. That line's pretty well defined. Luckily, like a circuit board, like 32nd of an inch is probably adequate, and I think we're well past that with a process like this. that. Okay. Probably a little too aggressive there. I'm on the wrong piece. Why not? So this is my switch. This is my other switch. It's kind of important to nail the tops of them. This kind of goes down here. So we have a rough sketch now of the board. Very rough. But now, because for some reason Venner is very bad at going to AutoCAD for unknown reasons to me. Because I mean, they're both Autodesk, and one of them is very good at doing two-dimensional drafting, and the other one's terrible at it. Okay, so obviously that line's a little fucked, but let's take this. And now we got this thing on. It's always mirrored. I'm not sure why. Okay. So we've kind of our basic shape of our board here. Clearly that looks a little fucked, but we'll figure that out. This hole is a pertinent thing to figure out this hole. I think the placement's pretty good of it. I don't love how that jumps up like that. Maybe it does that. Let me grab the board. I know I'm not recording myself with the board, but you just kind of peel it right off the stand with the hot glue. I do have a set of calipers on my desk, and I can see visually that, you know, this is a 90-degree line from each other. This line is not 90, however, so I like that. This cut looks like it's supposed to be a 90. See how that changes that? did that, it looks wrong. So that looks closer to what I see. I can confirm that as I go, but I clearly don't want to leave this stuff sharp like this. This gives a fairly good representation on what this board is. I have my calipers next to me, so a couple of the critical things. This is 0.233. I'm in millimeters here. Hold on a second. 5.92. So I was a little off when I did that one. That hole, just by caliper, is 2.15, 2.14, 2.7. I was a little big on that. Let's make it 2.5. Hole up here. Down. Okay, this distance is going to be semi-critical. 100.7983. If I run that out and center myself in the holes, I think I'm 100.28, so half a millimeter off, which a millimeter is like a 32nd of an inch, so like a 64th of an inch off from this to the actual. So that's pretty good, especially because I just expanded the hole. I move that 0.1 down. It's going to help me a little bit. So I'm pretty happy with that. That's a very long shot, and I'm about half a mil off from the original board, just off the scan without adjusting anything, which is pretty cool. Clearly these buttons are a little crap where they are. See, this board doesn't have this little artifact here. Can't type. This board at the very bottom, 17.9-ish. Oh, hold on a second. I blew my zero. Should be 11.4. I'm 10 point something. I'm like 4 mil from here to there. That seems pretty accurate. So maybe the board was out here and I just grabbed it wrong, because that kind of looks like where it was out. Now if I grab it up here and check it across, like 9.5, 9.3, 9.5. Okay, so that's pretty good. Yeah, I guess that is a bit on an angle. These buttons should be 2 millimeters off this line. So the buttons are laid out pretty good. The spacing between them, 13 point something. 12.75. This one should be down a touch. Yep. .4. This one, not bad. Pretty happy with that. 0.1, 0.2 millimeters off of each other. I want to measure it from this little corner piece here to somewhere on this curve. 13.76. It's like a little fat, see? Let me do the top. 12.9. So I think I'm 2 mil. Which was probably that inner line that I didn't grab. Which is okay. That's why we're doing this. Where am I at the bulge? 12.75 down here at the bulge. 13.8. So that's 1. Was 2 too much? No, that was good up there. Right at the skinny. It should be 7.75 right here. So I think here should be out there. That should be there. Ooh, that hit well. Across the very top, 20. Very confident number is 20. 19.2. So maybe I'm a little shifted in here too. This should be like 14. So yeah, I'm off. 19.7. Probably live with that. Should be 12.5, 12.6. This should be like 14, 14.1, 14.2. I can live with that. That looks good. That looks good. I think that's all set there. I'm going to measure up now. 29.7 from like here to here. 30. Take it from both in this case. These parts aren't the critical fitment areas. I just want to make sure I have enough room for everything. That area. This is 25 on the board. 24.973. Perfect. So like that's perfect. This is the battery slot area, so that's good. I don't mind giving this a little extra space versus underspaced. So that's good. Where are you from? And overall width of the board in this spot. 32.3. 32.5. Okay. I don't want to make the board wider. But that's 0.2. That's what we're off. We're just slowly going to shape this in until it starts looking, like a DM board. I think we're doing pretty good. we check this dimension here. 10. .5. And this dimension in here is 11.5. See there to there, 12. So this is like 12, should be 11.5, so I'm a little wide there. This is perfect now. It's 10. This is coming down 0.1, but that's not going to kill anything. I'm going to try there. Straight down, 26.4. 26.5. So that's got to come up 1. That's 11.3, so it'd be 11.5. 11.6, I can live with that. 26.1, I can live with that. So I think what I'm missing is there's a little cut here, like this is tapered, like this, but that is .3 millimeters. Let's get a chamfer. I don't use chamfer too much. I think it's distance. Chamfer, first chamfer distance, 3. I really don't want to do the math. Okay. So that's like chamfered. Now if I did that, to the point 29.72. 30.5. I think that points out a little bit. I'm going to leave that alone. I'm going to give this a nice radius. Essentially, that's what I'm going to end up doing here. It's too much. Kind of looks okay. There's a little notch up here. I don't know if it matters, but there's a notch. It's like 2 millimeters. Six. Why it does that, but it does. That was kind of nice. Nice. Something like that. Oh. What's up with that? There it goes. Okay. Now this thing, I want to make it smoother. So bad. Okay. So that I want to fill out pretty nice. Here I want to do this big arc, right? See if I can do it like this. Like that one. I'm kind of anal about this stuff with AutoCAD. Bang. Okay. And that is a DM4 board in all its glory. I don't like that. Or DM6 board, I mean, or a die ultralight board. Anything up to like a DM13 or whatever. Or sorry, DM10. I think the 11 they changed to the NT boards for everything. Let's check that. A little over 1 millimeter from here to here. I'm a little light, but I made this wider than it's supposed to be. There you go. Yep. Not so bad. All right, yeah, that's it in a nutshell. This gets saved as a DXF, and then it gets sent over to EasyEDA is what I use to do the boards. Maybe I'll show you guys that if this is interesting to anybody. This probably took a long time and no one's gonna like it, but we'll see. This is how I build a board. I think it's fairly accurate. I think I do pretty well with this. This is a newer setup that I've done. I used to do a lot more hand measuring, and I've sort of pushed towards this technology way to do it, and I kind of dig it. Let me know what you guys think. If you guys actually ended up watching this thing, this is Andrew at Flurry PB, and yeah, I'm gonna make DM6 boards soon. Clearly. All right, guys. See ya.